Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Vinyltreasures. I'm your host, Johnny G, John Galindo, coming to you live on this cold Wednesday evening. Want to welcome you to the February 12th, 2025 All 60s edition of the Vinyltreasure Show, featuring Soul 45s out of my collection. And we opened up tonight's show with a request for listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room, this group out of New Orleans, Louisiana, which included Art Neville on keyboard, Leo Nocentelli on guitar, George Porter Jr. on bass, Joe Modaliste on drums, and Gary Brown on sax. Collectively, they were known as the Meters. They had 11 releases on the Josie record label. We heard their second release from March of '69, and their biggest hit, number 33 on Cashbox, 23 on Billboard, number 4 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 song on XCRB in Rosarito, if I said that right, Baja California, a song called Sissy Strut from March of 1969. And prior to this recording, they were the house band for Alan Toussaint's Sansu label. And this song, produced by Toussaint, and Art Neville, who was the keyboardist, was the brother of Aaron Neville. You know Aaron Neville had a big hit in 1966 with Tell It Like It Is and so many others. That one there from March 69 by request for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room, The Meters on Josie. It's called Sissy Strut. Johnny G ain't no sissy, I can tell you that. Actually, although I didn't feel well yesterday, I thought I was having a heart attack. It must be a muscle pull with the chest pain. I think it is, but my mother was really worried about it. But I don't know if I'm 100% or not tonight, a little bit nasally, but we'll get through it. Let's open up the vocal portion here with this great group out of Detroit. You may know their debut single from February of '62 came out on the Chex label. Featured it here not too long ago, or either here or on my 50s show at the end, a song called I Love You. The group was known as The Volumes. After their 2 releases on the Chex label, they would have 2 more on Jubilee and 1 on Old Town before they signed with American Arts. And they did 2 for American Arts. This is their first, a tune written by Duke Browner, and it features Eddie Union on lead. Unfortunately for this song, it bubbled under on the Billboard Hot 100, actually at number 117, but it was a big number 1 record on oh, that's not right, at a Cleveland station. What was that Cleveland station? I typed it wrong, Charlene. In Cleveland, Ohio. Oh, darn. WJ something. It's not WJOM. I did a typo, Charlene. August 1964. Let's open up the vocal portion with The Volumes and their tune called Gotta Give Her Love. The Volumes.
Breaking her heart, you gotta hold her, squeeze her, then give a kiss for a start. You gotta give her love, you gotta give her love, you gotta give her love, give her love, you gotta give her love. I'm telling you, you gotta give her love. Want her to stay, you gotta treat her kind and gentle, yeah, each and every day. You gotta gotta give them love. You gotta give them love. You gotta give them love. Give them love. You gotta give them love. I'm telling you, you gotta give them love.
There you go. That's the sound of the volumes. That's my selection, David Silberg. Those are the volumes there, August 1964. A big #1 record on WJMO. I transposed those letters today out of Cleveland, Ohio. There you go. That high voice of Eddie Union on lead. That is their, what did I say, their first of two on the American Arts label. Gotta Give Her Love is the name of the tune. Thank you all for tuning into the Vinyltreasure show this Wednesday evening. We're here till midnight tonight, maybe a little bit of overtime. It depends on the copyright police, because I got lots of Motown 45s tonight, because they don't like when I play too many Motown records. But anyway, we are right now as we head to Detroit, Michigan. This is the group's third release on Berry Gordy Jr.'s Tamla record label, talking about the Miracles, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, although they were just known as the Miracles in the early days. A tune written by Bill Smokey Robinson, produced by Berry Gordy Jr. This charted number 49 on the Billboard charts, number 15 on the R&B chart, and a big number 8 record if you were listening to WNOO in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Let's go to March of 61 for the Miracles on Tamla. It's called Ain't It Baby.
You tell me that you love me, but I don't think it's true. 'Cause I can't tell by the way you act, by the evil things you do, that you wanna make me live my life in pain. That's what you want me to do, ain't it, baby? You wanna fool around and drive me crazy. You wanna make me sad, you wanna treat me bad. It's true, that's what you wanna do, ain't it, baby? You even wrote yourself a love note and signed some man's name. Then you put it where I couldn't find it. It's just a low-down dirty shame that you wanna make me live my life in pain. That's what you want me to do, ain't it, baby? You wanna fool around, drive me crazy. You wanna make me sad, you wanna treat me bad. It's true, that's what you wanna do, ain't it, baby? I'm gonna have to live my life, the only life I've got now. That's what you want me to do, ain't it, baby? You wanna fool around, drive me crazy. You wanna make me so sad, so bad. It's true, that's what you wanna do, ain't it, baby? That's what you want me to do, ain't it, baby? I just wanna make me blue. Come on and tell it true. What you wanna do is make me sad now. What you wanna do is hurt me bad now. I know it is, I know it is.
That's March 61 release there for the Miracles, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. Not easy to find on the promo Tamla there with the lines and whatnot. I think you can find the globes pretty easy, but not the old style Tamla there. That one there, March 61, Ain't It Baby. Did I say that right? Yes, Ain't It Baby. You got to fix that, Charlie. On the typo there. Anyway, let's continue here. Let's go out to Los Angeles, California with this girl group. They formed while they were attending Jefferson High School. First recording for the Kentone record label. I think that was their first release, which is a rare record, by the way. That Kentone release by this girl group, the Francettes. That's a 4-figure record, a record that Jerry Diaz sold me many years ago. But they recorded on Wolfie, on the Sleeper label, and I think it's called, how do you say this? B-E-S-C-H-E, Beshi Records, I think. But that came out, I think, on the Wolfie label too, if I'm not mistaken. But this is on the Valiant label, a label owned by Barry Dvorak and Billy Sherman. Now, the lead singer on this, her name is Frances Gray, and this is the intended B-side, which I like better. From May of 1965, paid $1 for this 45. The Francettes on the Valiant label, it's called I Know Him Well.
Undoubtedly think that you know him well, but my friends, there are some things that you don't know that I could tell. But can you tell? He'll break your heart and make you cry. Oh yes, he will now. And when you find your weak for him, he'll say goodbye. Oh yes, he will now. Every time he touches my hand, he upsets my world. Takes the same effect on me, oh, that it takes on a lot of girls. He'll make you forget what a woman's supposed to be. Oh yes, he will now. He makes my baby turn her back on me. Oh yes, he did now. Yeah. Tell me of the tales I've heard long, long ago. Long, long ago. So long ago. Know you think I'm jealous when I tell you that I'm wearing his ring. Let me tell you, little girl, to him, this ring, it doesn't mean a thing. I know you can get him, but it won't be soon. Oh no. Oh, she's no good. Oh, a good girl. A good girl like you. Oh no. Tell me of the tales I've heard long, long ago.
They're called the Francettes. The Francettes from May 1965 on the Valiant record label. I Know Him Well is the name of the tune. That one there featuring Frances Gray on lead. She was the lead singer of the group. Let us continue here on the All 60s edition. We fill a request now for listener Mnon, this group from South Bend, Indiana. First recording for Harvey Fuqua's Harvey record label back in 1962. But when Berry Gordy Jr. purchased the label, all the acts that recorded for the Harvey label would transfer over to his Motown labels, and this group ended up on Berry Gordy Jr.'s Soul label. They would have 29 releases on the Soul label between 1964 and 1977. Now, Emnon requested their 7th release, which is a cover tune. This was first done by Marvin Gaye in the fall of 1964 on the Tamla label, and Emnon requested this version by Junior Walker and his All-Stars. This charted number 21 on Cashbox, 15 on Billboard, number 3 on the R&B chart, and a big number 1 record on KATZ if you were listening in St. Louis, Missouri from July 66. Junior Walker and the All-Stars with their rendition of the tune, How Sweet It Is, parentheses, to be loved by you. This is for Emnon. Cover tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. There you go, by request for listener Emnon there, July 66. That's Junior Walker and the All-Stars, his rendition of the Marvin Gaye tune, How Sweet It Is, parentheses, to be loved by you, on the Soul record label. Now, Emnon also requested the flip of this 45 here, which is actually a Eddie Holland, Lamont Dozier, Brian Holland written tune. They also produced it, and this did chart also. This flip side charted number 60 on WDRC in Hartford, Connecticut, and it's from July 66. Let's flip it over. I think this is Instro, though, if I'm not mistaken, but let's see. July 66 on the Soul label, a B-side request for listener Emnon, Junior Walker and the All-Stars. It's called Nothing But Soul for Emnon. B-sides here on the Vinyltreasure Show. There you go. That's the B-side to How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You, Junior Walker and the All-Stars. The flip there called Nothing But Soul. That one they're going out to listener M9. Now, Junior Walker's real name was Autry DeWalt Mixon Jr. And, of course, they had they had a big hit with a song called Shotgun, which is a great tune, and a whole lot of great records. Actually, M9 requested a bunch of them, but I dare not play multiples here. Although you got two songs right there, right off the bat here. Let us continue here on the All 60s edition. Let's fill a request for listener Timothy in our YouTube chat room. This gal, born in Chicago, her real name Rosemary Timothea Oruro, but she would relocate to Los Angeles, California as a child, signed with Liberty Records in 1961, had 14 releases for the Liberty folks through 1964. You may know her biggest hit, her debut single, a song called Hurt, but she would sign with Mercury Records in 1964, had 9 releases on the label. This was her very last tune on Mercury, a tune written by Johnny Guitar Watson. This is produced by Jerry Kennedy and arranged by Ray Stevens. And when I see all those names on the 45, I'm going to buy it. This did chart number 23 on WAYS in Charlotte, North Carolina from April 1967. Let's give a listen to Timi Yuro on the Mercury record label. This is for Timothy in our YouTube chat room. The name of the tune is called Cuttin' In for Timothy.
Pardon me, girl, for being so bold, but this is my man you're dancing with. Excuse me, sister, for being so cold, but you see, we had a little argument. He said it was over, and he said we were through. And all that night, pardon me, honey, I'm cutting in on you. Excuse me, girl, for being so cold, and for the tears that he shed. Can't you tell by the look in his eyes? He didn't mean a word that he said. Darling, I'm so glad that I found him. And why, girl, yeah, I want my arms all around him. Excuse me, honey, I'm cutting in on you. And why, girl, I think you better find yourself someone else to dance with. 'Cause this little man right here, I'm gonna romance with. And why, girl, excuse me, baby, but I'm cutting in on you.
Yeah, it's a great sound of Timi Yuro there by request for Timothy in our YouTube chat room. April 1967 release on the Mercury record label. Her last release for the Mercury label, Cuttin' In, is the name of the tune. Any of you guys out there ever have your buddy cut in on your girl when you're dancing on the floor? I don't like that. Johnny G, can I cut in here? No way. Why don't you just make like a tree and leave here? Don't cut in on my territory here. Johnny G here on a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you enjoy what you're hearing, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. This is our first show of the week. I normally do 3 shows during the week, but not this week. Tomorrow I'm not with the 78 show. I'll be back Saturday night, so please consider subscribing. Click that thumbs up if you enjoy what you're hearing here on a Wednesday evening. And let's fill a request now for listener Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. And I lost my place here as we head up to Detroit, Michigan. Now, this group first recording for Don Robey's Peacock record label way back in 1957. They had 2 on the label. Then they had 2 on the label. I think, okay. It would be 3 years before they would record again, and this time on Berry Gordy Jr.'s Tamla record label. And the group included Johnny Virgil Dawson, Cleotha Miller, Thomas Salisbury, and lead singer Norman McLean. And this is a request for Warren from February 1962. They're called the Downbeats. The Downbeats on the Tamla label. I think I bought this from Dallas Ellis, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, going out to Warren. The Downbeats with Request of a Fool. Yeah, that's early Motown there. That one there from February 62 by request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. Those are the Downbeats. The Downbeats on the Tamla record label. Request of a Fool is the name of the tune. And yes, there was a cue burn in the beginning there, so whatever radio station this was at, you can't really backspin styrene 45s. I mean, if you do, they easily get that cue burn, I mean, much quicker than a vinyl press will, but that's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know, maybe even the people selling it at the time, the dealer didn't know either, but it's just so much in the beginning there. But anyway, this record relates to this next 45. Actually, this is a request for listener Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat room, and this is a female lead with male backing. Now, the male members of this group were previously members of the group you just heard, the Downbeats. And we heard their Tamla release as requested by Warren Russell. And the brass at Motown suggested they add a female vocalist to their group by the name of Sandra Mallett. And earlier she had a release on the Tamla label with the Vandellas, a.k.a. Martha and the Vandellas, in July of 62 called Camel Walk, but she would join the Downbeats and they would become the Elgins. And by this time, I think she would marry, and she was no longer Mallett. She became Sandra Edwards, and this was their second of three on the Motown subsidiary VIP Records. This charted number 65 on Cashbox, 50 on Billboard, and number 9 on the R&B chart. This is another Dozier Holland composition from September 1966 by request for Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. These are the Elgins with their tune called Heaven Must Have Sent You for Frank.
Now I don't know where you come from, baby.
As by request for Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat room, those are the Elgins. That's Sandra Edwards. She is on lead, previously recorded as Sandra Mallette, which is actually a rare record on the Tamla label. This one's on the VIP label, September 66. Their second of three on the VIP record label, Heaven Must Have Sent You. Of course, who did that? Bonnie Pointer, I think, covered that for Motown, sometime in the 1980s, I think. I have that 45, too. Probably get away with it here on the Vinyltreasure show. But let's continue here. We are spinning 1960s. I think I do have one or two from the 70s, I think. But let's continue. Let's fill a request for Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room as we go to Baltimore, Maryland for this group, recorded for Baltimore disc jockey Fred Robinson and also George Kerr's rocker label, which was also located out of Baltimore, Maryland. Now, Bill requested their second release. This tune, written and produced by George Kerr, arranged by Horace Ott. It features Frankie Kennedy on lead, and this group is called Frankie and The Spindles. This charted number 4 on WDAS in Philadelphia, PA. We go to September of 1968. For Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room, Frankie and the Spindles on Rocker Records. It's called Count to 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're broken hearted since we have parted, but don't go astray, please do just as I say. Count to 10. By then you'll see my love is true, and the only one I care about is you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, baby. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, darling, darling. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That night in the park, as I sat in the dark, you walked up on me as I sat with Marie. Count to 10. She was only a friend, baby. Now can't you see my love is true, and the only one I care about is you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, baby. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You walk around with your head in the air. Won't let me explain, and I don't think it's fair, darling. I've been so true. There's no one else but you. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, darling, darling. 6, 7, 8. She was just a friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, baby, baby. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For your information, the whole conversation, baby, was about you, and believe me, that's true. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, darling, 6, 7, 8, 9. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, baby, baby. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
There you go. That's the sound of Frankie and the Spindles. Frankie and the Spindles, Frankie Kennedy on lead, September 1968 release. That's going out to Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. Count to 10 is the name of the tune. It's on the Rocker record label. I don't have them. I think I have one other record by them. I don't have all their releases, but they have other releases too on the Canyon label, Funny A. I think I have one on that label. Gamble and TSOP. Anyway, there you go. Great ballad there. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure show, and let's fill a request for listener Mark McHugh in the UK. This singer from Meridian, Mississippi, began recording as a member of Johnny Torrance's Jules, that recorded for the Antler record label. He also sang with a group called The Rollers that recorded for Liberty Records back in 1961, but he went solo in 1967, signing with Johnny Rivers' Soul City record label, had 6 releases on the label. This is the B-side to his second. This tune written by Willie Hutch, produced by Mark Gordon. Let's go to November of 1967. This is going out to Mark McHugh in the UK. Give a listen to Al Wilson. Al Wilson on Soul City Records. It's called Now I Know What Love Is, for Mark in the UK. Sounds like That sounds like a Motown record. Sounds like something between Back in My Arms Again and something else on Motown. Call the lawyers on that. There you go. That one there going out to UK listener Mark McHugh. That's Mr. Al Wilson, November 1967, his second release on the Soul City record label. Now I Know What Love Is the name of the tune. Johnny G here on a Wednesday, cold Wednesday evening, 32 degrees here, and light rain or snow, it says here in Westchester County, New York. But let us continue here. Let's fill a request for Gary McLinden in our YouTube chat room. He requested this gal out of Newark, New Jersey, first recording gospel at the age of 6 with her siblings as the Jones Sisters, cut her first record back in 1963 under the name Linda Lane, but she met up with a producer, songwriter, and ex-serenade a lead singer and member, George Kerr, who was instrumental in all her career releases, beginning with her March 65 release on the Atco record label. She had others on Blue Cat, on the Loma label. I think she did 7 for the Loma label through April of 69. She recorded 2 on the Neptune label, this Neptune label out of Philadelphia, owned by Leon Huff and Kenny Gamble. And this was her second of 2, requested by Gary McLinden. This produced by George Kerr, arranged by Richard T. From May 1970, touch of the 70s here, Santi, who is in our Oldies and More chat room. I forgot to mention we're broadcasting live over Oldies and More radio. This is Linda Jones. Linda Jones on the Neptune label from May 1970, going out to Gary McLinden. It's called A Question. Can You Blame Me, Linda Jones?
Can you blame me? No. One more time, y'all. No, no. Guess I should have been aware it was a one-night love affair, but I thought that I could make him care. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now can you blame me? Lord have mercy. I gave the man my all in all and asked for nothing in return. Now can you blame me? No. A little out of y'all now. No, no. But then, like they say, a fool never learn. Can you blame me? No. One more time, y'all. No, no. In a world of make-believe, common sense pulling at my sleeve. Lord, but I just couldn't leave, yeah. Now can you blame me? Can you? Lord, have mercy. Trust any of these men out here these days. I gave them all my money and they still didn't treat me right. What am I gonna do? I guess I'll never fall in love again. Now can you blame me? No. No, no. You see I don't need nothing that I can't comprehend. Now can you blame me? No. A little out of y'all. No, no. Is it worth the sacrifice just by being extra nice?
A touch of the 70s here on the All 60s edition, May 1970 release from Miss Linda Jones. Linda Jones on the Neptune record label. Can You Blame Me is the name of the tune. That one there going out to Gary McLinden in our YouTube chat room. And it was very unfortunate that we lost Linda Jones on March 14th, 1972. She was only 27 years old. I think she went into like diabetic shock and she passed away. Unfortunate demise there for such a great singer, Linda Jones. Johnny G is your disc jockey here for a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here. If you're new to the program, just finding out about this Vinyltreasure show, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you have a request, you can send it to me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact email to get in touch with your disc jockey here. So thank you all for being here. And we got a big crowd tonight also tuned in also on Oldies and More Radio. Let us continue here and let's send this next tune out to Jerry Lepore. Now, interesting thing, this was a 45 that my aunt purchased back in 1964 by this duet. First recording for, maybe even before, I think, Charlene, I have to change this because I think Reed told me they had a release before Al Silver's Ember label, which was in 1958. They are Welton Young and Brenda Lee Jones. They recorded as Dean and Jean. They signed with Rust Records in 1962, had 10 releases on the Rust label, and this is their fifth, and this did charted number 91 on Billboard, 89 on Cashbox, and number 7, a big number 7 on WWGO in Erie, Pennsylvania. But we'll send it out to Jerry Lepore, May 64, Dean and Jean on the Rust label, their rendition of the tune, I Wanna Be Loved, Dean and Jean.
Tonight, instead of merely
Yeah, we'll send that one out to Jerry Lepore, May 1964. That's the fifth of 10 releases on the Russ record label for Dean and Jean. That is a Welton Young and Brenda Lee Jones on their rendition of the tune I Wanna Be Loved. I remember my aunt used to love that record. She used to do that high falsetto part, and it was always good to hear that, I will say. Let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Let's fill a request for listener Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. This gal, you know this gal from Kingstree, South Carolina, began recording back in 1960 for the Nomar record label. Has a couple of great tunes on the Nomar label. All in My Mind was one. The other one I like that she does is a song called Funny. But she would leave Nomar, sign with ABC Paramount Records. Also, she has a bunch on the Wand record label, but she would leave Wand in 1968. She signed with Epic, had 2 releases on the Epic label. This was her first. This is produced by Mike Terry, and it's a nice ballad. This charted number 17 on WOKS in Columbus, Georgia. I wish I had a better copy of this, but I do not. From June 68, this going out to Ron Harry in our YouTube chat room. The sound of Maxine Brown. Maxine Brown on the Epic label. It's called Seems You've Forsaken My Love. This is for Ron Harry.
I'm afraid that I'm about to find out the truth right now. Find out the truth, oh baby. 'Cause at the batting of an eye, all your lies fall out right before me. They fall out right before me, oh baby. Seems you've forsaken my love and thrown it down by the wayside. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Are you serious, or is it just a game that you play? A game that you've been playing, oh baby. Have you thought about the things you used to do that you don't do lately? All my friends are saying, oh baby, since you've forsaken my love and thrown it down by the wayside. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No longer can you conceive the fact that your love is no longer real, and it's very plain to see that your love is escaping me. Oh, ooh, each time we kiss, I can feel kisses growing colder. Kisses growing colder, oh baby. So if this is goodbye, throw your eyes, go before my tears fall. Just go before my tears fall, oh baby. Since you've forsaken my love and thrown it down by the wayside. Since you've forsaken my love, thrown it down by the wayside. Since you've forsaken my love.
That's a great sound of Maxine Brown there. Late one by her. Well, really not late. June 68. Johnny G was 10 years old in 19... Well, actually 9. I wasn't 10 till September. That's June 68. Going out to listener Ron Harry. Maxine Brown on the Epic label. A worn copy of that Styrene Press. Seems You've Forsaken My Love is the name of the tune. Let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room for this singer from Crawfordsville, Arkansas. Began his singing career as a member of the Five Echoes with releases on the Sabre and VJ record labels, but he went solo back in 1961 when he signed with Sam Cooke's SAR record label. In 1963, he would move to Sam Cooke's Derby label, and Warren requested his first of three on the Derby label. This is a tune written by Sam Cooke from February of 1963. Let's give a listen to Johnny Taylor. Johnny Taylor on the Derby label for Warren Russell in our YouTube chat room. It's called Dance What You Wanna for Warren. There you go. That's the sound of Johnny Taylor. Johnny Taylor from February 63 on the Derby label, one of Sam Cooke's labels, Derby Records, his first of three. Song entitled Dance What You Wanna is the name of the tune. Of course, he had other releases on the Stax and the Columbia record label. He would have his biggest hit for Columbia back in 1976. You know what the song was? It was called Disco Lady. Dare I play that here on the Vinyl Treasure Show? I have the 45. I bought it when it came out, but the copyright police, they may chase me. They will. Let us continue here on the All 60s edition. Thank you all for being here. If you enjoy what you're listening, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I had 100. I got the progress report for January from YouTube. I had 143 subscribers come here to the program, hours and hours tuned into the program here, so thank you for that. They are thrilled, although I am not thrilled with the artificial intelligence that they use on my show. I had to actually, I don't know if did I tell this, no, I did not tell anybody about this. So lots of people coming to the program or listening to the archives. There's like 700 videos on my Johnny G's Vinyltreasure Show YouTube page. So I'm constantly getting emails they're automatically generated, artificial intelligence generated, about copyright issues, and most of them are fine. The videos cannot be monetized. I don't have a problem with that, but I do have a problem when they block the entire video. And I think I told you my Saturday night show that they blocked it for an Elvis Presley song, but I played this rhythm and blues vocal group from Harlem, New York. I says, how can you get that mixed up? They blocked it for another song that I played, and I just don't understand it, because the song was a rare record from the 50s, and they blocked it, and I'm like, what is going on here? So the artificial intelligence is only as good as the programmer. So maybe they don't have many good programmers there. I don't know, the way the society is today, but they better get their act together. But let us continue here, and let's fill a request for listener James Brown in our YouTube chat room. This gal, she hails from Texas. Now, she was discovered by Hank Blackman of Hank Blackman and the Killers fame, who are really J.J. Jackson and the Jackals. So she was discovered by J.J. Jackson, and this is her debut single. Came out on Bob Shad's Brent record label in March of 1962. Her name is Bertha Tillman. Bertha Tillman. And she's being backed up by J.J., June Jackson, and the Jackals on this. They're backing her up. This is her first of two on the Brent record label, going out by request to James Brown. Her name, Bertha Tillman. The song is called Oh My Angel. This is for James Brown. That one there going out to James Brown in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Bertha Tillman. Bertha Tillman from March of 1962 on the Brent record label, her first of two. a song entitled "Oh My Angel." She's a tune written by J.J. June Jackson, and of course also J.J. Jackson. I don't know if that was the J.J. Jackson that did But It's All Right. I don't think so. But they also recorded as Hank Blackman and the Killers on the Brent record label, and they're backing her up on that. And it was unfortunate. She was only 50 years old when she passed away on May 31st of 1993, but we remember her here on the Vinyltreasure show. Let us continue. Here's Phil a request for listener Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. This group from Rochester, New York, this sextet included Charles Armstrong, Moses Armstrong, Sam Armstrong, Von L., Benny Benjamin, Lester Peelman, and lead singer Willie John Ellison. Collectively, they were known as the Soul Brothers Six, and their debut single came out in late 1965, recording for the Lydell. I have a typo there, Charlene. I do. Lydell record label, but they signed with Atlantic, had 5 releases on the Atlantic label through 1969. Now, Edmund requested their 4th, written by group member Charles Armstrong. Again, this is with Willie John Ellison on lead from January 69. For Edmund Williams, the Soul Brothers 6 on the Atlantic label. It's called Thank You, Baby, for Loving Me. This is for Edmund.
I never knew what love was all about till you came along, baby. No, I didn't, girl. But now that I got you in my arms, baby, you better believe I'm gonna hold on to you. Yes, I am, baby. Now, I never knew how sweet a kiss could be till I kissed you, baby. No, I didn't, girl. But now that you showed me all about love, baby, oh, baby, I just can't resist you. No, I can't. Without your love, what would I do? I don't want nobody else but you. I wanna thank you, baby, for loving me. I wanna thank you, baby, for loving me now. Tell me, baby, without your love, what good would I be? I wanna know. Somebody tell me. I feel like a man that could not swim and was lost in the sea. Yes, I would, baby. Ooh, without your love, baby, tell me now, what good am I? I wanna know. Somebody tell me. I feel like a bird that had lost his wings and could not fly. Yes, I would. I'll never part from your loving ways. I just wanna love you for the rest of my days. And I just wanna thank you, baby. Ooh, I wanna thank you, baby, for loving me now. Listen, I never had a love so sweet. Talking about your love, I love the way you love me. I love the way you make me feel. I love because your love is real. I love the way you give it all to me. I love the way you tell me, baby. I just wanna thank you, baby, for loving me. I wanna thank you, baby, for letting me love you. Got to, oh, for letting me hold you, baby. Thank you, thank you, baby.
There you go. That one there going out to a listener, Edmund Williams in Queens, New York, January 69. Those are the Soul Brothers 6 on the Atlantic record label. That's their 4th release, called Thank You, Baby, for Loving Me. Now, Edmund also requested the flip side of this. Both these songs written by group member Charles Armstrong. Again, this features Willie John Ellison on lead. And let's flip over. Thank You Baby for Lovin' Me. There you go. By the Soul Brothers 6. You get this on the flip side. It's called Somebody Else Is Loving My Baby. This is for Edmund Williams.
Why am I sad? Everybody wonders, why do I feel bad? People wonder, why do I cry? Well, listen, people, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because somebody else is loving my baby. Somebody else, oh, loving my baby. That's what's wrong with the people. That's why I'm so sad now. Listen to me. People wonder, why am I blue? And they wonder why I do the things I do. Everybody wanna know why things I do don't turn out right. And they wanna know why I don't sleep at night. It's because somebody else is loving my baby. Somebody else, oh, is loving my baby. That's why I'm so sad and blue, people. That's why I feel so bad all the time. Listen to me. You know I try to be happy, but I can't help but be sad. Oh, I try not to cry, but I can't help but feel bad. I try not to show the hurt that's on my face, but the memory of her, oh, just can't erase. Because somebody else is loving my baby. Somebody else, oh, is loving my baby. Listen, sometimes I feel just like a motherless child. Sometimes I don't think that I can make it. Because somebody else, somebody's loving my baby. Sometimes I feel so bad, people. Oh, I feel like crying sometimes.
Yeah, that's a tale of galloping woe there by the Soul Brothers 6. That's a B-side there. B-side to their fourth release on the Atlantic label from January 69. That's by request for listener Edmund Williams. Somebody Else Is Lovin' My Baby. And we heard the A-side of that 45. Thank you, baby, for loving me. Well, thank you all for tuning in to the Vinyltreasure Show. If you dig what you're hearing, please give me a thumbs up. Tell your friends about this program here, because nobody does it like Johnny G, although I thought I wasn't going to be here. I thought I was having a heart attack yesterday. Still not 100%. So I don't know what's going on there. But, you know, music soothes the heart and the soul. Yes, it does. As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure Show, let's fill a request for listener Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room. This singer from Waterlook, Alabama, his real name was Louis Robertson, but he recorded as Lou Roberts. He would have two releases on the MGM record label with his group called The Marks. Now, he also played piano on his recordings. Now, this tune written by Billy Allsbrook and Donald Culver. This is produced by Stan Kessler, his first of two on the MGM record label. Let's give a listen to Lou Roberts and The Marks. This is going out to listener Chris Reed in our YouTube chat room from May 65. It's called You Fooled Me. This is for Chris Reed.
You fooled me, baby. You fooled me
There you go. That one there going out to Chris Reed in our YouTube chat. I paid $1 for that 45 when Johnny G was filling in MGM numbers there, missing numbers. That's Lou Roberts and the Marks, May 1965, his first of two for the MGM record label. You Fooled Me is the name of the two. Now, in the early 70s, he would have two more on the MGM subsidiary Sounds of Memphis label. Johnny G here on a Wednesday. Let us continue with the requests here. Fill a request for Oldies Fan, a.k.a. Joseph Smith, in our YouTube chat room. This singer is from Star, South Carolina. He was born Kipling. How do I say that, Charlene? Taquana? Kipling Taquana Anderson, but he kind of shortened it to Kip Anderson, and he had a number of releases beginning back in 1959 on the Derrick record label, which VJ then picked up, but this is his third release on the Danny Robinson's Everlast record label. This is a song he wrote from September 62 by request for listener Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies Fan. Let's give a listen to Kip Anderson. It's called I Will Cry. This is for Oldies Fan.
I will cry, yes I'll cry. I will cry, yes I'll cry. I will cry, till I find my love. I'm gonna walk, yes, I'm gonna walk, and I'm gonna talk. I got to talk to somebody. I got to talk. Oh, 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 till I find my love. Walk out of my life, you know I knew that I'd done you wrong. Oh, but Ia, she won't come back to me. I'm gonna always be alone, and I'm gonna cry. Yes, I'll cry. I'm gonna cry, and I might even silence, but I'll just cry. Till I find my love. I wanna find my love. She left me a long time ago. I wanna find my love. When she left, she hurt me so. I wanna find my love. I'm gonna keep on searching till I find her. I'm gonna search and search every day.
That's on Danny Robinson's Everlast record label. That's the same label that the charts had Desiree. I played the flip side of that too on Saturday's show, Zoop, I think. But that was 57. This record released in September of 1962, Mr. Kip Anderson. And that's a song he wrote, Kip Anderson, on the Everlast, going out to Joseph Smith, a.k.a. Oldies Fan, in our YouTube chat room. I Will Cry is the name of the tune. Johnny G ain't crying. I was crying a little bit last night with my pains in the chest, but hopefully won't have to cry tonight. But let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. This singer from Layton, Alabama. He was the cousin to Jimmy Hughes, And he would have his biggest hit in 1966 with his debut single. Many of you know it on the Atlantic label. It was called When a Man Loves a Woman, but he had a total of 21 releases on the Atlantic label between 1966 and 1972. Now, Busta requested his fifth release. This tune written by the, I guess we'll call it the all-star writing team of Dan Penn and Spooner Oldham. This charted number 59 on Billboard, 53 on Cashbox, 25 on the Billboard R&B chart, and a big number one record on PXI in Roanoke, Virginia. This is from March of 67, a tune produced by Marlon Green and Quinn Ivey. Let's give a listen to Percy Sledge. Percy Sledge on Atlantic for Busta Bass. It's called Out of Left Field for Busta.
When least expected, fate stumbles in, bring light to the darkness. Oh, what a friend! I needed someone to call my home. Suddenly I left field, I left field, I left field. Love came along. I was walking down a road that went nowhere. Building dreams that were all left by the wayside. Then out of the blue, I found you. Oh, yeah. Sugar and peaches in a paradise land. Good love and sweetness she made a mountain of love from a little grain of sand. Suddenly I left field, came a lover and a friend. She was a lover and a friend.
There you go. That's the sound of Percy Sledge here on the Vinyltreasure show from March 1967. That requested by listener Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. That was on the Atlantic label. What did I say this was? This was his fifth release for the Atlantic label. Song entitled Out of Left Field is the name of the tune. You know Johnny G ain't coming from out of left field. I am center field here, spinning my 1960s Soul 45s here. So thank you all for being here on this evening here. We'll be here till a little bit after 12. So far, so good. Don't want to mention their name So, you know what? They're not around, so we'll continue with this. That's a good thing. But let us continue here. Fill a request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. And this gal, she's out of Detroit, Michigan, and she has this just one release on Willie Ewing's Poptone record label. He also owned other labels like Chex and Volume Records, and they were all operated out of Detroit, Michigan, and he wrote this tune for this gal by the name of Ruby Lee. I featured the flip of this. I think, Warren, you requested the flip side of this on the December 8th show, a song called I'm Gonna Put a Watch on You. I think you did, Warren. But that was the B side. This is the intended A side from October 1963, going out to Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. Ruby Lee on Poptone Records. It's called I Believe in You. This is for Adrian.
Wanted me. How could you have made it sound? You said forever and not for a while. And I believe in you. Yes, I believe in you. And all the things you said. Yeah. People start talking.
There you, Johnny G getting caught here. There you go. That is a cool tune there, Ruby Lee. That one there going out to Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. He's listening down in Mexico, October 63. Ruby Lee on the Poptone label, I Believe in You. If you believe in Johnny G, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Tell your friends about it here. This is our first show of the week. And if you can tell, I enjoy playing my 45s. I hope you like the tunes you're hearing this evening. Let us continue now and fill a request for listener David Silberg in our YouTube chat room. He requested the Drifters. Now, this is their 32nd release for the Atlantic record label, and this was released in March of 1964. And at the time, because there were so many interchanging members of this group, with different time periods going way back to 1953 with Clyde McPhatter. But at this time in 1964, the group included Rudy Lewis, Gene Pearson, Abdul Samad, Johnny Terry, Charlie Thomas, and on this song, lead singer Johnny Moore. Now, the tune was written by Burt Russell and Jerry Ragavoy, arranged by Gary Sherman, and it's a Burt Burns production. This charted number 83 on Cashbox, 56 on Billboard, number 12 on the Billboard R&B chart, and a big number 3 record on WFBC in Greensville, South Carolina from March 64. Let's give a listen to the Drifters. This is for David Silberg. It's called One Way Love.
Girl who thinks you're the only guy in the world. No more half-hearted kisses, that's bad enough. Whoa, no more teardrops, no more one-way love, no more one-way love. Don't look for someone who likes to love fast. You know that kind of love will never last. If she's fast and furious, oh, that can be tough. But oh, if she's kind of serious, you'll never have a one-way love. You'll never have a one-way love. Well, there are girls who like to tease and flirt. Those kind of girls are the worst of all. How they lie, whoa, how they hurt. And you will fall. She's gonna make you fall. Take it from me, I know what I say. I found me a girl don't like to play. Oh, that game of heartbreak, that's mighty rough. Whoa, no more fancy painted up women, no more one-way love. Oh, no more, no more one-way love.
As March 64 release there for Johnny Moore and the Drifters on the Atlantic record label by request for listener David Silberg. One Way Love is the name of the tune. The Copyright Police are out, and they came out, I think, on that Percy Sledge, but they quickly left after I played the Ruby Lee record label. Let's see if they stick around for this request here as we go to Washington, D.C. now for this next group. This is a request for listener Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. This group had 5 releases on the Cap record label. This was their first release, their debut single, which would be their biggest hit, written and produced by their manager. His name was Guy Draper. This is arranged by Donny Hathaway. It features Al Johnson on lead. This charted number 25 on Billboard, number 20 on Cashbox, number 3 on the Billboard R&B chart, and a big number 1 record on WIOO in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Let's go to August of 68 and give a listen to the Unifics. The Unifics on the Cap record label by request for Bill Sheriff. It's called Court. Excuse me, folks, I'm not laughing. Johnny G's got the giggles tonight because of my pains in the chest. The Unifics from August 68 on the Cap label. It's called Court of Love.
Will everyone please rise? 'Cause In this court, the judge of love presides. Will the jury take its place? Now, will the plaintiff kindly state his case?
I got a letter today and cried with every word she had to say. I was so hurt, shame, disgrace, and disgrace, 'cause that woman didn't have the nerve to tell me face to face that she was seeing somebody else. And all my witnesses testified just how I felt. She didn't tell me she was gonna let me go. I was the last one alive to know. So my first charge, Your Honor, is that she deceived me into thinking that her love was mine, all mine. The second charge, Your Honor, is that she misused me and abused my love. Just believe me, that's a crime. My third charge is that she was dishonest and stripped me of all my manly pride. She constantly disrespected me, and somehow I always seemed to catch a line. Whoa.
As the jury reached its verdict,
And I tensed up so sad. Yeah.
We have, Your Honor.
Said the jury. Somebody tell me, what's it gonna be?
We find the defendant guilty as charged.
I got justice in this court of love. I got justice in this court of love.
There you go. That one there going out to Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. Hold on 1 second here, Johnny G. Getting messed up here. What happened to that? What happened to that piece of paper that I had here? Was I losing my place here? I was looking for another. I just had it in my hand here. Here we go. There you go. Those are the Unifics. Did I say that right? Unifics. Yeah, the Unifics from August 1968. That's their debut single on the Cap record label. Al Johnson on lead. Court of Love is the name of that one. That one they're going out to listener Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. Let us continue here. I had this one to play for a long time for listener Edmund Williams here as The Sound of Sam Cooke. And this is a request for Edmund Williams. Now, Sam would sign with RCA Records in 1960, would have 24 releases on the label. Now, Edmund requested his 23rd on the RCA label, which continued to release songs after his death, which happened on December 11th of 1964, shot under mysterious circumstances by Bertha Franklin. She was the motel manager of the Hacienda Motel, which was located, if anybody knows where this location is, 9137 South Figueroa in Los Angeles, California, and had a number of singles released after his death in December 11th of 64. This was one of them. This was released in April 66, and he recorded this in 1962, although this song, written by J.W. Alexander, was originally released as the flip side of Only 16, which was on the Keane record label in May of 59. Sam would re-record this for RCA in 1962, and this was his last national charted record, made it up to number 97 on the Billboard chart, number 51 on WHBQ in Memphis, Tennessee. Let's go to April of 66 for this release by Sam Cooke, although it was recorded in 1962 as requested by Edmund Williams in Queens, New York. The song is called Let's Go Steady Again for Edmund Sam Cooke.
Found out it wasn't a true love. Now that he's gone, let's go steady one more time, one more time. Please don't cry, you've got to be strong, dear. I know he was wrong, dear, but now that he's gone, let's go steady one more time. I know he was wrong to come to the dance with another girl the way that he did. I knew he was wrong when he took your love from me. After all, he was once my best friend. That's all in the past. Oh, let's forget him. He'll never hurt you anymore. I won't let him. Now that he's gone, let's go steady one more time.
Yes, he was wrong to come to the dance with another girl the way that he did.
I knew he was wrong when he took your love from me. After all, he was once my best friend. But that's all in the past. Oh, let's forget him. He'll never hurt you anymore. I won't let him. Now that he's gone, let's go steady one more time.
There you go, that one there going out to Edmund Williams. That's the sound of Sam Cooke, released in April 66, recorded sometime in 1962 for RCA Records. Let's Go Steady Again is the name of the tune. What did you, Darren, what did you say? I saw a clip of Neil Sedaka earlier doing is this a Sedaka song here? It says, but I don't know, because this record originally from 1959, a flip side of Keen. It was first came out on the Keen label, then he re-sung it. So I don't know, maybe Neil Sedaka did cover it, Darren. Not sure, but let us continue here on the Vinyltreasure show, and let's go to San Francisco, California now. Fill a request for listener Tom Shaughnessy. This gal was previously the lead singer of a vocal group called the Fairlanes. They do a great record out of 1961 on the Continental label called Writing This Letter. But she would go solo in 1962 with two on Lee Hazelwood's Eden label. And then she would sign with Warner Brothers Records in 1964. She had 4 releases on Warner Brothers. And Tommy requested her third, a record produced by Joe Saraceno and Phil Spector protege, Jerry Riopel. I guess that's how you say it. This is arranged by Wrecking Crew bass player Ray Pullman. And it features the uncredited Blossoms that are backing her up. Darlene Love and the Blossoms in the background here from July 64. Let's give a listen to Ramona King. Ramona King on the Warner Brothers record label for Tommy Shaughnessy. And this one relates to Johnny G, but I can't do this anymore. It's called Run, Johnny, Run for Tommy. As going out to listener Tom Shaughnessy, the sound of Ramona King, July 64, her third of four for the Warner Brothers record label. Run, Johnny, Run is the name of the tune, and she would have another release, I think, on Amy in 1967, and another label called Action in 1969, and she did two in the 1970s. But anyway, as we continue here on the Vinyltreasure show, still a request for listener Bill Olb in New Jersey. You know this singer from Blytheville, Arkansas. He began recording with a group known as the Cool Gents, a great 1950s vocal group recorded for Vivian Carter's VJ record label. But he would go solo in 1958 with a string of releases on the subsidiary to VJ, Falcon/Abner Records. His biggest solo hit was a song I like. It was called Raindrops. His real name, Delectus Clark, but we know him as D. Clark. And Bill requested his 6th of 11 releases for the VJ record label, and he wrote this tune, and this one arranged by Horace Ott. This charted number 31 on KIXZ in Amarillo, Texas. Let's go to March of 62 for Mr. D. Clark, for Mr. Bill Olb. D. Clark with Drums in My Heart.
My heart won't let me sleep.
lie awake till morning comes, just thinking of your lips so sweet, and my heart starts beating like a drum. I know a love like this could be the death of me, but I shall love you till I die. No, it won't stop beating, it keeps on beating like a tum-tum. You speak my name, and it sounds like a million violins. You kiss my lips, and again the pounding began. Drums in my heart won't let me sleep. I lie awake till morning comes. No, it won't stop beating, it keeps on beating like a tum-tum. And my heart won't let me sleep. I lie awake till morning comes, just thinking of your lips so sweet, and my heart starts beating like a drum. Drums in my heart, drums in my heart.
There's one you don't often hear by Mr. D. Clark. That one there by request for listener Bill Obe, listening in New Jersey. March 62 release on the VJ record label. That's his 6th of 11 for VJ. Drums in My Heart is the name of the tune. That's what it felt like I had last night, because I was lifting boxes. I was looking down in the basement for some of the other requests. So I was looking for Leonard Mancini's 70s requests. So I have these industrial shelves in the basement, so I have to lift up, and it was the last box too, so I had to pull it down, and evidently I must have pulled the muscle in my chest, because it felt like somebody was sitting on my chest. I'm telling you, it was like problematic. My mother got all worried. Do I got to call 911? I said, no, let me take a couple Advils. I should be okay. It didn't bother me today. It didn't, but I didn't lift anything today, so we'll see. Because I gotta look for requests for Saturday night. And tomorrow's gonna be busy because we got a whole bunch of people coming over here doing a bunch of stuff. But anyway, I'm not thinking about that. Let's continue here, and let's fill a request for listener Frank Gingaro with Sound of Motown up next, early Motown on the Vinyltreasure show. And I'm sorry, I take that back. This is we've been playing a lot of Motown tonight. This is a Motown-related record, too. The writing team of Eddie Holland, Lamont Dozier, and Brian Holland wrote so many wonderful tunes, classics, but all three of them also recorded. Probably the most successful, I have to say, of the three as far as recording was Eddie Holland. And starting back in 1958 for the Mercury label. That's a great record he does with a vocal group. But he had most of his releases came out on the Motown label also. But he was writing and singing at the same time for Motown. But he had other releases like on United Artists and, of course, Motown. Now, Brian Holland also recorded, but not so much for Motown. I think he left with him and Lamont? I didn't think they all left, but they formed a label called Invictus Records in 1970 with Frida Payne and the chairman of the board. But Brian had releases in 1974, 2 on that label, on Invictus. And then the third writer, Lamont Dozier, he actually goes back further. He began recording back in 1957 as a member of a vocal group called the Romeos that recorded for the Fox label. I think he does a lead on the up-tempo side of that single, which I have featured on Saturday night on the program. But he would go solo in 1960 with releases on the Anna and the Checkmate labels as Lamont Anthony. But in 1962, he had this release that Frank requested on the Motown subsidiary Melody Records. And it's a song he wrote together with his wife, her name Elizabeth Dozier, and also Eddie Holland helped with writing this. And this did chart. This charted number 62 on WIBG in Philadelphia, PA. So let's go back to June of 1962. By request for Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat room, Lamont Dozier on the Melody label. The song is called Dearest One for Frank.
Dearest one, as I write from far away, I'm hoping that you write me and you say your love for me still yearns and burns. Dearest one, keep away from Johnny, 'cause he's the type of guy who'll make you cry, take your love, then he'll push you aside. I know it's hard for you being alone while I'm gone. Oh, but soon as my furlough comes, I'll be home, it won't be long. You can date other guys if you want to, but please don't let them kiss you, 'cause it would make me feel like going over the hill. Dearest one, my dearest one, dearest one, please answer this letter and tell me that I'll always be your one and only for eternity. Whoa, dearest one, please wait for me. Dearest one, darling, wait for me. Dearest one, darling, wait for me, please.
Yeah, sound of early Motown here on the Vinyl Treasure Show as the Copyright Police come after Johnny G. That's June 62. Lamont Dozier and probably the Adantes backing him up on that. On the Melody record label, that's by request for listener Frank Gingaro in our YouTube chat room. Dearest One is the name of the tune. Let us continue here and let's fill a request for a listener, George Chestnut now. This group formed at the Greater Harvest Baptist Church in Chicago, Illinois, sometime around 1960. They would then sign with Chess Records in 1962. They had their debut single in August of 62, a song called Father Knows Best. But let's give a listen to their 6th release. It's their 6th of 15 for Leonard Chess on Leonard Chess's Chess label. This tune written by Gerald Sims. I think they're all singing on this, although you will hear Maurice McAllister come in. He was basically the lead singer for the group. But this charted number 91 on Billboard, 14 on the R&B chart, and a big number 4 on WABQ in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's go to March 65 for the sound of the Radiance. The Radiance on Chess for George Chestnut. It's called It Ain't No Big Thing for George Chestnut.
Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Oh, I got a feeling
that I am losing you.
but what's the use?
Why worry when there's nothing I can do?
Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Run on, little girl. Run on your merry way. But don't forget everyone has his day. Whoa. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing.
I won't try to hold you. I guess you made up your mind. What good would it do? I'd only be wasting my time. Oh,
Run on, little girl. Run on your merry way. But don't forget everyone has his day. Whoa. Ain't no big thing. Run on, little girl. Ain't no big thing. Ain't no big thing. Run on, little girl. Ain't no big thing. I don't want you no more, baby. Ain't no big thing.
That's going out to George Chestnut. That's the sound of the Radiance. See, that wasn't. Well, you did hear more. You did hear Maurice McAllister in there, but I don't know who the deep voice was. One of the other guys singing that started off there. That's March '65. The Radiance on the Chess label. It ain't no big thing is the name of the tune. Well, Johnny G's got a big thing here on a Wednesday evening. Thank you all for being here as this show explodes with listeners. So thank you all for being here as we continue here on the Vinyltreasure show. And let us continue here. I wanted to see if Warren was in. Did Warren leave? Because he requested a Gene Chandler record, and I'm going to try to test the waters here by playing 3 in a row. Did Warren leave? See, I say goodnight. Everybody says goodnight to Warren. Oh, he is going. Well, Warren, if you wait 1 second, I got a Gene Chandler record for you. Let's see. I think I do. Well, maybe no. Well, that's okay, Warren. You can go. I can play. I can play. All right, we'll play another one we'll play a request for Warren after this one here. So we'll play Warren's after this, but I'll do a triple play. I got one for this one here is for Mark McHugh in UK. Then we'll play one for Warren, and then we'll play one for Leonard Mancini. So we'll try it here. As we got the Sound of Chicago up next. His real name, Eugene Dixon, of course, better known as Gene Chandler, recorded for many labels. This one is on Constellation, though. Of course, he was the lead singer of the Duquesnes. Of course, Duke of Earl, a big record for him for VJ Records. But after VJ signed with Constellation Records, had 17 releases for the Constellation label. This is his fifth, a tune written by Billy Butler, produced by Bill Shepard, and arranged by Johnny Pate. And this did chart a number 40 on Billboard, 18 on the R&B chart, and a number 3 record on WSID in Baltimore, Maryland. This is our first of 3 for Gene Chandler. We go to June of 64 for Mark McHugh in the UK. It's Gene Chandler with the tune A Song Called Soul. Gene Chandler.
Was walking along, I heard an old man just singing a song. I said, hey mister, what's that you singing? Hey mister, could I be dreaming? The sounds I hear are sweet and clear, and I was told that it sounds like a soul. So I just kept walking along my way, just walking along. I heard a girl singing that very same day. I said, hey girl, what's that you're singing? Hey girl, could I be dreaming? She began to sing, and if anything, my heart stopped cold, 'cause it sounds like a soul, 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 soul. Won't somebody please teach this song to me? Won't somebody show me how to hum a sweet melody? And if they do, how happy I will be. The music will flow like a sweet symphony. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I just keep on walking along, listening this tune and singing my song. They'll say, hey mister, what's that you're singing? Hey mister, could I be dreaming? The sounds I hear are sweet and clear, and they'll be told it's a song called soul. You got some soul, I got some soul. Everybody got a taste of soul now.
As June 64 release there for Mr. Gene Chandler. That's his fifth release on the Constellation record label, going out to UK listener Mark McHugh, A Song Called Soul. Now let's fill a request now for Warren Russell before he leaves for this evening. And this is our second of 3 for Mr. Gene Chandler. This one released in February of 66. This is his 15th release on the Constellation record label. This charted number 96 on Cashbox, 88 on Billboard, a big number 6 record on KYOK in Houston, Texas. Number 2 for Mr. Gene Chandler, going out to Warren Russell. It's called, it's in parentheses, I'm Just a, and then it's Fool for You. This is for Warren Russell.
People getting smarter every day. Things around me me suffer. 'Cause you know I can't let you go. Yeah, this magic spell you cast on me. Sometimes I wonder how long it's gonna be. I'm just a fool for you, girl. Always just a fool for you, girl.
Just a fool for you.
Now maybe one day, yeah, you realize, yeah, the mistake you made. You might even apologize, yeah. Until the day you have a change of heart, I'll be right here to death do us part. I'm just a fool for you, girl. Always just a fool for you, girl. Always gonna be a fool for you. Love you, need you, baby.
There you go, February 66 there, by request for Warren Russell. That's the sound of Gene Chandler. Gene Chandler on the Constellation record label. I'm Just a Fool for You is the name of the tune. That is his 15th release on the Constellation record label. We got one more release, and this one here going out to a listener, Leonard Mancini, in our YouTube chat room, as he was originally, I mentioned, from Blytheville, Arkansas, but he would move. No, I'm sorry, that's not it. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I messed that up. I only have two. I only have two for. Oh my goodness. I only have two for Gene Chandler. This is D. Clark. I wanted to play this after the other D. Clark. Johnny G messing up here, but we're going to play it for Leonard Mancini anyway. We heard earlier a release for Bill Obe. What was it? The Sound of the Drums? What did I play? As I become discombobulated here. Here we go. We heard from T. Clark earlier from March 62 for Bill Obe, Drums in My Heart. It was the name of the tune. Well, let us move up here to June of 1965 with another release by D. Clark, this time on the Constellation record label. And let's see, what else do I have here? This is his 12th release on the Constellation record label. Johnny G getting confused with Constellation Records, everything going to my head tonight. But this is for Leonard Mancini, June 65, D. Clark on Constellation. It's called She's My Baby. This is for Leonard.
Whenever she walks my way, I don't know what to say, but then I close my eyes, and then I realize
As by request for Leonard Mancini in our YouTube chat room, that's the sound of D. Clark, June 65. His 12th of 17 on the Constellation record label. She's My Baby is the name of the tune. Now, we lost him. He passed away on December 7th of 1990. He was only 52 years old, passed away from a heart attack, way too young to lose Mr. D. Clark. But we remember him here on the Vinyltreasure show. Let's continue here. Fill a request for a listener, Gary McClendon, in our YouTube chat room for this singer from Layton, Alabama, born April 25th, 1935. Started singing with a gospel group called the Singing Clouds. And he happens to be the cousin of someone we heard earlier in the show, Percy Sledge. And his first release came out in 1962 for the Guidon record label, but he would have 12 releases on Rick Hall's Fame record label. Now, Gary requested his second release, and this was his biggest hit. It's a song he wrote. This was number 17 on Billboard, 12 on Cashbox, 2 on the R&B chart, and this was a number 1 record on KAYC in Beaumont, Texas. Let's go to May of 64 for Mr. Jimmy Hughes. Jimmy Hughes on the Fame label for Gary McClendon. It's called Steal Away.
I've got to see you somehow, not tomorrow, right now. I know it's late, whoa, I can't wait, so come on and steal away, please steal away. Now don't start thinking, trying to make up your mind. Your folk are sleeping, let's not waste any time. I know it's late, whoa, I can't wait, so come on and steal away, please steal away. I know it's wrong asking this of you. There's no other way I can be with you. If only your folks would approve. Things like this we wouldn't have to do. No, no, I won't tell anybody else. I'll keep it to myself. I know it's late, whoa, I can't wait, so come on and steal away, please steal away, because I need you, yes I do. Oh, by my side, yes, whoa, I need you, I need you, I need you to be my guy.
As May 1964 release there for Jimmy Hughes, his second release on the Fame record label. That's going out to Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. Steal Away is the name of the tune. Not Time to Steal Away. And again, if you do have to steal away, go just be my guest and steal away. You can always come back on the archive, although we got to deal with the copyright police for the remainder of the show as we continue here. Fill a request now for Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. He wants to hear The Godfather of Soul, and he first recorded back in 1956 with his group The Famous Flames. For Sid Nathan's Federal record label, he would move over to the King subsidiary in 1960. Now, Busta requested his 45th release for the King record label. It's a song he wrote. This charted number 46 on Billboard, 41 on Cashbox, number 5 on the R&B chart, and this was a big number 1 record on WGIO if you were listening in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's go to April 1967, the godfather of soul, Mr. James Brown and the Famous Flames. For Busta Bass, it's called Let Yourself Go, for Busta. Scratches and all for the godfather of soul. There you go. Going out to listener Busta Bass. April 1967, James Brown and the Famous Flames. Let Yourself Go is the name of the tune on Sid Nathan's King record label. The problem with that record is, so when my aunt would get the 45, she'd bring the boxes up, and they'd be like a 25 count box and whatnot. So my little brother, this is maybe this was 1968, so I was like almost 10 years old, and he's 10 years younger than me, Bobby, who was here. We had a big birthday bash for my father's 94th birthday. But anyway, he would stick his hand in the record box, and because Mary let me keep the records up here in the house, I had like that General Electric Victrola, the plastic ones that kind of like open up, and they got speakers that you disconnect and you put on one side and put on the other with the wires and all that. So he went into the box and he took these records out and he started flinging them on the floor, and this one ended up under the refrigerator. So I didn't know this was under there for the longest time, so it kind of got a little bit of damage to it, but it still played. But anyway, that's what caused the scratches there. It ended up sliding under the refrigerator, but Johnny G digresses. Let us continue here. Let's fill a request now for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. Now, when Garnet Mims, he was a member of a group called the Gainers out of Philadelphia, but he would go solo. He signed with United Artists Records, and he had a trio that was backing him up, and they were called the Enchanters. And the Enchanters included Zola Purnell, Samuel Bell, and Charles Boyer. And so you hear them like on Mims's first release, which was a big hit for him, a song called Cry Baby. You can definitely hear them in the background. But they recorded with him on, I think, his first maybe 5 releases on the United Artists. But the trio had some releases on their own. Now, Adrian requested their first, which came out on the Warner Brothers record label. This tune produced by Jerry Ragavoy, arranged by Gary Sherman, and it was co-written by the lead singer on this. His name's Samuel Bell. This charted number 91 on Billboard, a big number 9 record on WAMS in Wilmington, Delaware. Let's go to August 1964 for the Enchanters. The Enchanters on Warner Brothers for Adrian. It's called I Wanna Thank You. The Enchanters.
Someone up there, I wanna thank you so much for sending her sweet love to me. Yeah, I've been so alone, never had a girl of my own. So much. Someone up there must have heard my prayer. She's loving and so good to me. Yeah, yeah. She's one of a kind, and it's good to know that she's mine. Now, someone up there, I wanna thank you so much for sending her sweet love to me. Yeah, yeah. I've been so alone, never had a girl of my own. I wanna say it one more time. That I thank you. Oh, it's so good. I thank you.
That's the sound of the Enchanters here on the Vinyltreasure Show by request for listener Adrian Viterbo in our YouTube chat room. And the song is called I Wanna Thank You. Is Johnny G losing his mind here? Yes, I am. There you go. August 64 on the Warner Brothers record label, I Wanna Thank You. They would later record for Loma Records, had 3 releases on the Loma record label. Let us continue here, and let's fill a request for listener Chris Reed. This singer, originally from North Carolina, but he was raised in Philadelphia. First recording for Buddy Caldwell's V-Tone record label. Also other labels that Buddy owned, which would be Len and the Palm record label. Now, those releases included vocal groups, so you will hear those songs on the Saturday night show. If you tune into that Saturday night show from 9 to midnight on YouTube, and also Oldies and More Radio. But Chris requested, I'm sorry, I messed this up. Not Herb Johnson, Kenny Hamburg. Johnny G, you fool! Watching too many Soupy Sales clips that all of a sudden are showing up on YouTube. But let's fill a request for listener Chris Reed, this singer out of Baltimore, Maryland. That makes sense. First recording in 1960 for the Spar record label. Actually a great tune. It's called Tears in My Eyes. And then he does a resung version on the Zanette label. But a song you will hear on the Saturday night show. It's kind of similar to the other artists I was going to talk about. But let's move up to 1964 now with this request for Chris Reed. This is on the D-Jack label, which was distributed by Atlantic Records. Now, his name is Kenny Hamber, Hamber, Kenny Hamber, and it's a song written by Paul Johnson, produced by Bert Burns. And in an interview, Kenny mentioned that the background singers are Judy Clay, Cissy Houston, and Dee Dee Warwick. I think some of those gals went on to record as part of the Sweet Inspirations, but they're backing them up on this from July 64. Kenny Hamber on D-Jack. The song is one word. It's called Time. This is for Chris Reed.
I said time makes you change your mind, baby. Makes you laugh, makes you cry. Makes you change your mind. I said time change your mind. Makes you laugh, makes you cry, baby. Makes you change your mind. I just got in town just a week ago. Didn't have time to knock on your door. I told you to meet me in the park about 3. You didn't have time to go with me. I said time, yeah. Make the change your mind, baby. Make the laugh, make you cry, now. Make the change your mind.
Yeah, we wish we had more time. As time runs out eventually, it does for all of us. But anyway, that is a cool tune. That one there going out to Chris Reed. That's Kenny Hamber. Kenny Hamber from July 64 on the D-Jack record label. Song entitled Time as we continue here. And let's fill a request now. For listener George Chestnut, this group is out of Cleveland, Ohio. They did 2 for Harvey Fuqua's Tri-Fi record label, which was based out of Detroit. Now, this is their first, and the group included George Hendricks, Dorothy and James Hutchinson and lead singer Ann Bogan. The group was discovered by Harvey Fuqua singing in a Cleveland church. Now, this was their first, I should say, the first release as the Challengers, but the group would be forced to change their name slightly because of a group that was already out by the same name called the Challengers, so they became the Challengers 3, but I think on the promos it came out as Challengers. This charted number 49 on KYA in San Francisco, California. This is by request for listener George Chestnut from May 62, the Challengers with Honey, Honey, Honey. There you go. That's going out to George Chestnut there, the Challengers. That is Ann Bogan on lead, May 62 release. Honey, Honey, Honey is the name of the tune. That's on the Tri-Fi record label. I like honey. I don't like honey with my tea. I prefer milk with my tea and sugar. But I'm a coffee guy is what Johnny G is. As we continue here on the Vinyltreasure show, and let's fill a request now for listener Amnon as we go to this group out of San Bernardino, California. First recording as the Shields back in 1960 with releases on the Transcontinental. I think also Falcon put their single out, but they were forced to change their name because there was an already existing group called the Shields, so they would change their name to the Pentagons, and later that year they had a hit on the Fleet it was first issued on Fleet International. The song was called To Be Loved. It would get picked up by Bob Keene's Donna Records in early 61 for national distribution. Now, after their second release for the Donna label, they had they recorded for, they had a release on the Caldwell label that Emnon requested. First came out on Caldwell. It would then get picked up by Jamie Records out of Philadelphia, and this was their second of two on the Jamie label. The tune written by group member Ken Goodloe. It features Joe C. Jones on lead. This charted number 48 on KUDI in Great Falls, Montana. Let's stay in 62. This released in January 62. These are the Pentagons for Emnon. It's called Until Then for Emnon.
Until then, I won't sleep again, no, no, never anymore. Until when you give your love to me. And I know that my aching heart will never love again until you let me take you in my arms and give my love to you. So come on and be mine again. You know I care. You know I'll always want you. Oh yeah, forevermore. And I know that my aching heart will never love again until you let me take you in my arms and give my love to you. And I know that my aching heart will never love again until you let me take you in my arms and give my love to you. Until you let me take you in my arms and give my love to you. Until you let me take you in my arms and give my love.
There you go, from January 62. They're called the Pentagons. That's Joe C. We don't want to say Joe Jones to confuse you with You Talk Too Much, Joe Jones, but this is Joseph C. Jones on lead. The Pentagons, their second release on the Jamie record label. Until Then is the name of the tune. That's for Emnon. He also asked for the flip side here. So let's flip it over here. I have a better copy of this somewhere in the no humidity basement, but let's flip it over here. This group included Ken Goodloe, Theodore Goodloe, Carl McGinnis, Otis Munson, and lead singer Joe C. Jones. And Emnon requested the flip side of this, also written, this side written by a group member, Carl McGinnis. And both sides of this produced by George Mottola. I call him the West Coast George Golner, Lee Silver, and Lester Sill. Again, with Joe C. Jones on lead, January 62 for Emnon. The Pentagons with I'm in Love. This is on Jamie.
I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. I'm in love, I'm in love.
There's a flame, a burning in the heart of me. There's a pain, buried deep inside that of me. And I know what makes it so, 'cause I'm in love. 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 I'm in love, baby. I've never felt this way before. What a crazy feeling, baby.
There you go. That's going out to Amnon there. That's the sound of the Pentagons. That's the B-side of the 45 from January 62. I'm in Love is the name of the tune. We heard the A-side of that also, Until Then. That is with lead singer there is Joe C. Jones on lead. And let us continue here. And almost in Vinyl Treasure overtime. We're not going to go that long, folks, because Johnny G is beat. Got to get up. Grace will be here tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. So anyway, let us continue here for this next singer from Pensacola, Florida. This is a request for Edmund Williams in first recording back in 1959 as a member of a vocal group called the Velvetones that recorded for the Deb record label. He would go solo in 1962, signing with Columbia Records, and then they would move him over to their R&B subsidiary OK Records in 1964. Would have two more for their Epic subsidiary, which was in 1968. Then by 1969, he signed with the Cotillion label, had two releases. Now, Edmund requested his first, the tune written by Chip Taylor, and this song first recorded by a gal, Tina Mason. Tina Mason recorded this first in 1966 on the Capitol record label. Let's give a listen to this cover version as done by Walter Jackson. This bubbled under at number 111 on the Billboard chart, made it up to 37 on the Billboard R&B chart, and this was a number 6 on WOOK if you were listening in Washington, D.C. From October 69, Walter Jackson with his rendition of the tune, Any Way That You Want Me, for Edmund.
If it's love that you want, baby, you got it. From the depths of my soul, baby, you got it. 'Cause heart's been watching you. I can't believe that's your game. Oh, woman, you don't have to explain. Anyway that you want me, anyway that you take me, baby, 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 baby. Anyway that you make me fall. It's alright with me.
That's alright. That's alright.
There's a dream in your heart with love that lasts forever. From the depths of my soul, I'll make that dream come true. Heart been watching you. I don't believe that's your game. There's no need for you to explain. Anyway, that you want me, baby, baby, baby. Oh, anyway that you take me, baby. I'm in love with you, my baby. Oh,
There you go. That's going out to Edmund Williams. I like that record. I do. First time play here on the Vinyltreasure Show. October 69, Walter Jackson. Walter Jackson on the Cotillion label. That's his first of two. His rendition of the tune, Any Way That You Want Me. Any way that you want, Johnny G, I'm here. Although I will not be here tomorrow afternoon with the 78 show, but I will be back on Saturday, so please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click that bell so you get notifications. We're also live on Oldies and More Radio as we continue. And let's fill a request for UK listener Mark McHugh. This singer, born in Forest City, Arkansas, but he would relocate to Grand Rapids, Michigan. And in high school, he formed a group called the Soulmates, and two of the members of the group, Palmer James and Curtis Rogers, formed their own record label. They called it the Hotline Music Journal label, and they wrote a song called Backup Train, which was in 1967, which became the label's the label's first of three releases, featuring a young Al Green. Yes, Al Green. He would enter into a contract, or I should say the label would contract with Amy Malabelle to distribute their singles nationally, but Mark requested the B-side to which ones? Which one, Charlene? Their first? I don't know. But this is Al Green being backed up by the Soulmates. This is from October 67, charted number 41 on Billboard, number 5 on the R&B chart, and number 1 on WX. Okay, out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I apologize, folks. Johnny G's got the giggles. This is Al Green for Mark McHugh. It's called Don't Leave Me, from Mark. As early Al Green and the Soulmates there. That one there by request from Mark McHugh in the UK, October 67. Al Green on the Hotline Music Journal label. Don't Leave Me is the name of the tune. Johnny G's almost ready to leave you, but not ready to leave you, not yet. But let's fill a request for Strictly 45s as James Brown returns, although this is a different sound for James Brown. Actually, this is a flip side of a big hit he had. I'm sure you know his tune called It's a Man's Man man. Wait a minute, Johnny, you're messing up. It's a man's world. Yes, it is. But this is the flip side of that, which did chart. This charted number 17 on WLOU in Louisville, Kentucky. And it's a song he wrote. This is from March of 66. This is James Brown and the Famous Flames on King. This is for Strictly 45s. It's a B-side. It's called, it's a question. Is it yes or is it no for Strictly 45s?
Did you have fun making me cry? Did you have fun making me die? Was it fun making me suffer? Was it fun making me scupper? Now here's your answer, yeah. Is it yes? Or is it no? Is it yes or no? Yeah. I remember when you went home. Yes, you left me. You're all alone. Now was it fun when you said he was the one? Was it fun now when he made his little run? Oh, now I gotta know. Is it yes? Oh, Lord. Or is it no? Is it yes or no? Yeah. Oh, yes, I know. You want me back. But remember you gave me my little sack. Now, darling, you made my life complete. Lord, you throw me out in the street now. But I want your answer. Is it yes? Lord, is it no? Is it yes or no? Yeah. Tell me. Is it yes? No.
Yeah, as a milder James Brown there. James Brown and the Famous Flames. That's the B-side to It's a Man's World from March 1966. Is it yes or is it no? That one there going out to Strictly 45s. I got to fill another request for Bust a Bass in our YouTube chat room, but let's get this one in for a listener, Frank Chingaro. I normally feature this group from Winston-Salem, North Carolina on my 50s shows. First recording back in 1951 for the for the Apollo record label, but they would be lured to King Records by label owner Sid Nathan in 1954 to have a slew of releases. Now in 1960 they signed with Reuben Cherry's Home of the Blues record label, and a number of their recordings were leased out to other labels like ABC, Paramount, Smash, and VJ Records. Now in 1963 they did a session in Nashville, Tennessee, which resulted in 2 releases that came out on this label, Todd Records. Now Frank requested their first. Supposedly the backing musicians on this are Floyd Kramer, Chet Atkins, and Boots Randolph. Now, singer-songwriter Kenny Gamble would cover this song in October of 63 on the Epic label, but this is the original from June 63. Let's give a listen to the Five Royales on the Todd record label for Frank Chingaro. The song is called I'm Standing in the Shadows for Frank.
Well, I was standing in the shadows, waiting for you to come home, wondering where in the world you'd been. Yes, I was standing in the shadows, waiting all alone when I saw you in the arms of my best friend. Well, I was standing in the shadows, watching while you held him so tight, listening to the words that broke my heart. Yes, I was standing in the shadows, watching when you kissed him goodnight, listening to you tear my dreams apart. Thinking, how could it be so mean, knowing it just wasn't fair, trying my best to hold back the tears. I couldn't do it, I was crying in the shadows. Wishing there was something I could do. Well, I was crying in the shadows, hurting. I was hurting inside, standing because it wasn't me there with you.
Johnny G has no control over the over the copyright police, but they're shutting the show down here. But let's try it here. We'll try one more time. There you go. That one there by request for listener Frank Chingaro. That's the sound of the Five Royales. Five Royales from June of 1963. I'm Standing in the Shadows. That one there on the Todd record label. Now, Paul Greco, you would never believe me if the show was blacked out, but it is at this point. But you're probably watching it and seeing me speak, but it is blacked out. They shut it down here. But let's try this here. Let's play a request for listener Busta Bass. This singer out of Mobile, Alabama, first recording back in 1958 for the Sandy label, which was also out of Mobile, Alabama. His name was Eugene Tiny Watkins, and it wasn't until 1962 he would record again with releases on the Aquarian and the Tia record and Rim record labels. And in 1967 he would sign with Ernie Young's Excello label. Now Busta requested his first on the Excello. He did 3. This is his first of 3 on Excello. It's a song he wrote. This is arranged by Aaron Varnell, who was playing sax on this. Now, this charted number 13 on KOKA in Shreveport, Louisiana from August 1967. Let's give a listen to Tiny Watkins. I'm back miraculously. This is a request for Busta Bass after I just gave a whole slew. I just continued, so you're going to have to, and you won't be able to see it on the archive now. It'll be on the archive when it posts, because they've been posting this show, even though they're making all of you listeners very upset right now, and Johnny G. But this is a request for listener Busta Bass, August 1967, Tiny Watkins on the Excello label. It's called Soldier's Sad Story. This is for Busta Bass.
but still I have to fight. Gotta do away with wrong, to hold up for the right. Say this terrible war is over, and I'll take this path away from my back. Head for home, never more to roam. LBJ, I know you mean a lot so good, and I believe you would help me if you only could. But please, Mr. President, help me if you can. Don't let me lose my baby. I don't want to lose my baby. I don't want to lose my baby. Don't let me lose my baby, yeah. 'Cause she's the sweetest girl a soldier ever had.
There you go, folks. I apologize for the YouTube copyright issues here, but they're going to be blocking out the show no matter what. So with everything that happens, because once that starts, it just kind of tumbles through it. But anyway, that is a great tune there, by the way, Busta Bass. Thanks for requesting that. Tiny Watkins there, August 1967 release. That's his first of three on Ernie Young's Excello record label, Soldier's Sad Story. And that's going out for Busta Bass. Thanks for requesting that cool tune. That's it. So that's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyltreasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s out of my collection. If you want to get in touch with me, or you have a request for this show or any of the shows that I do, please send me an email. And my email address is vinyltreasures@aol.com. That is the contact number. I will be back here, not tomorrow. My 78 show will be back next Thursday, which will be, I think, February 20th. But I'll be back on Saturday night beginning at 9 p.m. right here on YouTube, and also on Oldies and More Radio for 1950s and early 60s 45s out of my collection as requested by you. So stay tuned for that. I again apologize for the blackout here, although if you're seeing this, it is not blacked out, so it's kind of weird you're hearing me say this. But anyway, we're going to close the show tonight with a request for a listener, George Chestnut. This is actually, well, you know this group out of Atlanta, Georgia. This is on Berry Gordy Jr.'s Soul record label. This is their fourth release on the Soul record label. A tune written by Norman Whitfield and Barrett Strong. This is actually a B-side to Heard It Through the Grapevine, which was the hit side. But our closer tonight is from September. The closer tonight is from September 1967. by Gladys Knight and the Pips. This is the flip side of Heard It Through the Grapevine. This is a B-side, and it's the appropriate closer. It's called It's Time to Go Now, as requested by listener George Chestnut. Again, sorry, folks, for the trouble with the copyright police. Thank you, Charlene, for your help on this show, and thank you all for tuning in. Again, if you're new to the program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. We normally don't get blocked out like this, but it happens on this show quite often, and I'm sorry for it, folks. It's so ridiculous. I just don't want to harp on it. I've had it. But for George Chestnut, Gladys Knight and the Pips on Soul Records from September 67, it's called It's Time to Go Now. Thank you all again. I'll see you next time right here on the Vinyltreasure Show. Just want to say, everybody, so long for George Chestnut.
This is our first day, but as you can see, it's getting late. It's time to go now. So it's time to run. It's really been fun, but I've gotta go now. Go now. It's time to go now. Go now. Boy, believe me, I hate to leave you, but it's something that I must do. It's simply been grand, so I hope you understand. I've gotta go now. It's time to go.